Hello, welcome to my class on chemical equilibrium, one shot on IIT JEE NEET subject to problems. Today I will discuss from 31 to 60 questions in part 2 of this topic. Okay, let us see the first question. At 673 Kelvin, the equilibrium constant value for the reaction, that is N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3, is 1.64 into 10 to the power of minus 4 atmospheres. Then calculate Kp at 500 degrees Celsius. If the heat of the reaction for this temperature range is minus 105.2 kilojoules. Here, from this question, the aim of the question is to find the equilibrium constant, but they have given equilibrium constant to us. In such a case, what we will do is, we will consider the two equilibrium constants. One equilibrium constant, suppose if you take the temperature T1 is 673 Kelvin. At that temperature, the equilibrium constant you will consider as K1, that is 1.64 into 10 to the power of minus 4 they are given to us, atmospheres. Whereas the second temperature they are given, the question is 500 degrees Celsius, means it is 773 Kelvin, 773 Kelvin. That temperature, at that temperature we don't know the equilibrium constant, so we will consider K2, that is question mark. And moreover, they are given the heat of the reaction, that is delta H value they are given. So what is the delta H value they are given to us is minus 105.2 kilojoules. This can also be written as minus 105.2 into 10 cube joules also, right? And coming to the point here, in this reaction, in this entire question, our aim of the problem is to find the equilibrium constant. That is K2 value, right? For this, we will take the effect of temperature value of equilibrium constant, Arrhenius expression for two different rate constants, equilibrium constants, rate constants or equilibrium constants. That is log K2 by K1, that is equals to delta H by 2.303 or into T2 minus T1 by T1 T2. So we will follow this expression to find out the solution. So this is the hint of this entire problem. So we will see how it's been solved. Detailed problem calculation. We have the expression what we have taken is log K2 by K1. That value is equals to delta H value. So what is delta H value is that is 105.2 into 10 cube joules divided by 2.303. As you know, R value is 8.314 into temperature difference 673 and 773 difference is 100 divided by, we have one temperature that is 673. The another temperature is 773. So in this, first we will find this entire discussion. So that will be 105 0.2 into 10 power 5 divided by this entire thing. The entire thing is, again I will write, that is 2.303 into 8.314 into 673 into 773, right? So upon simplification, this entire expression with the negative value of 105, this one also will, if you consider, then this will become minus 1.056. And in this, we want K2 only. So we will take log K2 and we will send log K1 the other side. So when you send log K1 other side, means here log K2 by K1 is log A minus log B. So that will become log K1. So logarithmic form of K1 value given in the problem is 1.64. 1.64 into 10 to the power of minus 4 minus 1.056. And its expression upon expansion, it will be log AB formula. So log 1.64 minus 4 log 10 is 1 minus 1.056. And at this log 1.64 logarithmic value will come 2.48 minus 5.056. And its final simplification will become minus, that is 4 point, that is minus 4.8412. 4.8412. This can be written as minus 5 plus 0.1588. And now when we are doing the anti-logarithm value for K2, so K2 anti-logarithm will become anti-logarithm of this 0.1588 into anti-log of any number is its 10 power minus 5 only. So upon simplification, anti-log of 0.51588 became 1.44 into 10 to the power of minus 5 atmospheres. So this is the simplification, this is the calculation, substitution and final answer detailed discussion of this problem what we have discussed, right? Hope you understand. First we have taken the logarithmic form of Arrhenius expression, substitute the delta H value, T1, T2 value, R value and K1 value to find the K2 value, that is equilibrium constant at 773 Kelvin. Now you understand, right? What is the answer you got here for K1? We got the equilibrium constant K1 we got is 1.44 into 10 to the power of minus 5 atmospheres. This is the right answer for this question. Okay. Let us move to the next question. According to Van 't Hoff equation, log K is equals to log A minus delta Z H naught by 2.303 R3. When a graph is drawn between log K and T power minus 1 by T, that is meaning is 1 by T, a straight line was obtained. Here in the graph we are observing, if tan theta is 0.5 and OY is 10, then find the value of equilibrium constant at 298 Kelvin. And the value of K at 700 Kelvin if delta H naught is assumed to be independent of the temperature. See, the two things need to be discussed. The first we have to find the K value at, first we have to find the K value at 298 Kelvin. That is the first problem in this one. The second challenge here is to find the K value at 700 degrees Celsius, 700 degrees Kelvin using the above data information. So in the graphical representation, what they are giving here in the graphical representation, we got a straight line with a slope. That is negative slope is there. That is minus tan theta value. That is minus delta H naught by 2.303. R is the slope, right? And coming to the point, that value they are given is 0.5. That is minus 0.5 value is equals to delta H naught by 2.303 R, okay, and that out of OY in the formula, if the graph, if you observe the presentation, this can be substituted, and after that R value you have to write the 8.314. Delta H naught value we don't know, so that we can find out. Delta H naught by 2.303, R value I am putting, that is 8.314 value. So the negative value both sides will cancel, and you'll get the delta H naught value, that is equals to 2.303 into 8.314 into 0.5. Upon simplification, I got the answer in Joule per mole, that is 9.574 Joule per mole. So delta H value I have calculated from this hint. What it? The other thing here we have to notice is the intercept in the equation. That means the given expression, if you compare with y is equals to mx plus c, the c is nothing but log a. So that log a is OY. That value they are given equals to 10 in the question. So when the log a value is 10, directly we can substitute that value in the above expression to find the equilibrium constant at 298 Kelvin. So what I will do is, I will find the equilibrium constant for this one as delta H value we have already discussed. So from this, I will substitute the delta H naught value and the log A value and the temperature 298 value here in this expression, Arrhenius logarithmic form equation, that is log K is equals to. So that I will do it in the other screen. Let us see. So log K, what is log K is? Log K is equals to the formula log A minus delta H naught by 2.303 RT. In this, we don't know the K value, so but log A value we know, that is 10. Delta H naught value we have calculated is 9.574 by 2.303 into 8.314. The temperature is 298. And this entire simplification value I have got, that is equals to 9.998 I got. So that means log K value I got 9.998. That means when I want K, I have to find the anti-logarithm of this one. So anti-log of this can be written as 9 plus 0.998. So anti-log of 0.998 into anti-log of 9 is 10 power 9. And this anti-logarithmic value from the tabular column, that is anti-logarithm table, that is 9.95 into 10 to the power of 9 I got. This is the answer for the first challenge in this problem. First, they have asked us to find the equilibrium constant. That equilibrium constant value we have calculated at 298 Kelvin. Okay, at 298 Kelvin, we calculated this equilibrium constant. And coming to this point, this equilibrium constant value we got is 9.95 into 10 to the power of 9. Let us see the second condition. The second condition is temperature they are given is 700 Kelvin. So we have to find the equilibrium constant at 700 Kelvin by taking the equilibrium constant at 298 Kelvin. So now for that, to find the equilibrium constant, assume K2, that is at 700 Kelvin. At 700 Kelvin, we have an expression, Arrhenius expression, that is log K2 by K1, log K2 by K1, that is equals to delta Z0, delta H0 by 2.303 R into the difference between the temperatures T2 minus T1, T2 minus T2 minus T1 by T1 and T2. So in this juncture, we can use log K1 in the expression. That is, that we will do it once we have substituted the other values. That means log K2 value will become equals to log K1 value plus the other values. Plus the other values. What are the other values? Are log delta H0 value, we have got 9.574 by 2.303 into 8.314 into difference between the temperature 700 minus 298. 700 minus 298 by 700 into 298, right? And log K1 value now I will substitute, that is logarithmic K value of this 9.95 into 10 to the power of 9. That value, definitely it will be the already the value we have observed earlier, plus, and we have the entire calculation part, the other part, this calculation part of other number has became 9.6 into 10 to the power of minus 4. 10 to the power of minus 4. And this is simplified. Of that, I got 0.9978 plus 9. Because log 10 power 9 is 9 only. Plus 9.6 into 10 to the power of minus 4. And this one, upon final simplification, I got 9.9987. I got. So it indicates that K2 value also will come in the 10 power 9 case only. This is 10 power 9. Anti-log of the other thing is anti-log of 0.9987. Anti-log of 0.9987 value I've got 9.97 into 10 to the power of 9. So final answer for the second equilibrium constant K2, that is calculated 700 Kelvin. So these are the two values we got from the problem. So K1 value 9.95 into 10 to the power of 9 we got. K2 value 9.97 into 10 power 9 we got. So finally, we want to say one thing, that upon simplification, the equilibrium constant, required equilibrium constant at 298 Kelvin, the constant, equilibrium constant value we got is 9.95 into 10 to the power of 9. Delta H value I have already told you. And equilibrium constant at 700 Kelvin, that is equals to 9.97 into 10 to the power of 9 we got. So these two values we have calculated from the problem. So in this problem we have two important things are there. The first we have to find what is the slope. After that we have to find what is log A value from the graph. Then after delta H value. All these things when you calculated automatically, first using this given expression, Van 't Hoff equation, you can find the equilibrium constant at one temperature, that is 298 Kelvin. Then using that the temperature T1 298 Kelvin and log equilibrium constant obtained at that temperature, we can find the second equilibrium constant at 700 Kelvin using Arrhenius expression of two different equilibrium constants, right? So this is the answer for this question. Let us move to the next question. For the following gases reaction, 2Cl2 plus 2H2O, 2Cl2 plus 2H2O gives rise to O2 plus 4HCl. The value of Kp at 673 Kelvin is 0.035 atmospheres. And find the value of Kc for half O2 plus 2HCl gives rise to Cl2 plus H2O. R value 0.082. Later atmosphere per mole per Kelvin, which is given. So if you keenly observe the given equation, in the given equation we have 2Cl2 plus 2H2O, all are in a gaseous phase only, plus O2 plus 4HCl is there. In this all are gaseous state, then for this we can find what is delta N. Delta N is the sum of the gases products, that is 5 minus sum of the gases reactants 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. In this there is no confusion at all. Moving on to the R value they have already given to us. So the relation between Kp and Kc, we know the relation between Kc and Kp is Kp is equals to Kc into RT power delta N, right? So in this, the Kc value we don't know, but Kp value given is 0.035 and Kc value we don't know. R value we have 0.082 and temperature, at what temperature it is 0.035 is 673 Kelvin temperature, that equilibrium constant, and delta N value is 1. So in this, after rearranging the numbers values, I got the Kc value which is equals to 6.342 into 10 to the power of minus 4 mole per liter. Mole per liter value I have got. Okay. So here the aim of the problem is find the Kc value. Okay. And that Kc value we have calculated, that is 6.32 and all these things. But this is not the final Kc value, because for the given equation only this Kc value is obtained. But the other equation they have given, the aim equation I can say, that is different from the first equation given to us, that is 2Cl2 plus 2H2O gives rise to O2 plus 4HCl. So this equation and the aim equation is different. The aim equation is half O2 plus 2HCl in equilibrium Cl2 plus H2. All are in gaseous phase only. But for this, the Kc value is related with the first one. I can say first one Kc value is Kc dash. But this one I can say Kc value is equilibrium constant, Kc value is Kc double dash. Or I can say it is Kc. That will become equals to, actually it is reverse reaction of the first one. So for reverse reactions, what we will do is it will be reciprocal of the first reaction Kc value, Kc dash. But the coefficients are half of this value is there. So that time we can take root of this first Kc value. So 1 by 2 whole power 1 by 2 we can write. In such a case, what we will do is this Kc value, this Kc value obtained will be 1 by, see what is the Kc value first we have obtained, that is 6.342 into 10 to the power of minus 4, and that will be liter per mole. And this value we have got is 1576.8 liter per mole. This value. Actually, this value is reverse of that one, reverse of the first reaction only. I can say this is Kc double dash, right? But for the aim equation Kc value, just a minute, this is I obtained only whole power 1 by 2 I didn't wrote. So I only did the reciprocal. Now I can find the Kc triple dash value as nothing but the whole power 1 by 2 of this value what I got. So 1576.8 whole power 1 by 2. Why? Because here I will give you a clarity, that is nothing but the aim equation is different, and in that what we have taken the Kc double dash value we got, that is for O2 plus 4 HCl in equilibrium 2Cl2 plus 2H2O. So for that equation only, that Kc double dash we wrote, and Kc triple dash we are writing, that is the K value of Kc double dash value whole power 1 by 2. That means Kc double dash value whole power 1 by 2 is the value of Kc triple dash. So I am considering Kc as triple dash. Kc double dash is nothing but the above value power 1 by 2 is Kc triple dash. So that is equals to Kc double dash value is 1576.8 whole power 1 by 2. So this value, root of this value you got 39.7 liter per mole whole power 1 by 2. So this is the answer for this question. So here what I have did is I have did one thing, that first I have taken the given equation. I found the equilibrium constant value as Kc dash, and next I found the Kc double dash for the same reverse reaction. After that aim equation equilibrium constant value I have taken as the root of the K double dash value to get the final answer. So what is Kc triple dash? Kc triple dash is nothing but the aim equation constant. So the value of the Kc asked in the question I am considering as Kc triple dash. Okay. So this is the answer for this question. Next question. The concentration equilibrium, the concentration equilibrium constant of Kc, the concentration equilibrium constant Kc for the reaction N2 plus 3H2 gives us 2NH3 at 673 Kelvin is 0.5. and find the Kp value. If R is equal to 0.082 liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole, and given one thing, that concentration equilibrium constant at 673 Kelvin, that is Kc value they are given at 673 Kelvin for ammonia equation. We have to find the Kp value only, right? So in this juncture, we can happily find what is Kp. So Kp and Kc relation is Kp is equal to Kc into RT power delta N. And in the problem, they are given the Kc value is 0.5. And that of R value given is 0.082. And temperature given is 673 Kelvin. Power, ammonia equation. For ammonia equation, the delta N value will be 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. Right? I will write minus 2 power. Minus 2 I will write. So once this is simplified 0.5 into the internal value, I have got that is 55.186 I got whole power minus 2. Then after this has become 0.5 by 55.5.186. So whole square is nothing but 3045.5, 3045 it is. So once this is computed, once we computed the value 0.5 by this one, we will get 1.64 into 10 to the power of minus 4. The delta N when is minus 2 is there. So atmospheres power minus 2 is the unit for this one, is the answer for this question. Okay. In this question, we have utilized the Kc-Kp relation to find the answer of for the Kp using Kc value, R value, T value, and delta N value. Let us move to the next one. The magnitude of Kp for the reaction N2O4 gives rise to 2NO2 is 0.14 bar at 298 Kelvin. So very clearly they have given Kp value. So what they are given is Kp value they are given 0.14 bar they are given, and the temperature they are given, that is 298 Kelvin they are given, and moreover they are given the equation. In that equation we can find what is the delta N, that is 2 minus 1, that is 1 only. And coming to the other constants relation, 0.082 is the R value we can take, but the point is very clear, 0.014 bar is that time R value. We have to consider 0.83 only, and temperature value, everything they are given. Let us see what is Kc value. Calculate the value of Kc. Now we will write the relation between Kp and Kc. Kp is equals to Kc into RT power delta N. In this juncture, we don't know the Kc, so Kc is equals to Kp divided by RT power delta N. And a Kp value in the problem, they have already given that 0.14 divided by R value is 0.083, and the temperature they are given in the question, that is 298 Kelvin, will be substituted. Whole power delta N value is 1. So whole power 1 is the same only. So that is got simplification. Finally I got 5.65 into 10 to the power of minus 3 as the aim equation, Kc value, the required Kc value of the problem, right? That is in bars only. That is also in atmosphere R value mole per Kelvin also will be in bars. Concentrations, moles will come, right? That is moles will come. Right? Next question. 4 mole of NH3 is introduced in a liter container. In which it dissociates at high temperature. it dissociates at high temperature. That is ammonia equation they are given. That is dissociation of ammonia equation. That is 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2. And moreover, they are given the number of moles of ammonia is 4 moles. If 2 moles of NH3 remains undecomposed, right, at equilibrium, then find the value of Kc. Find the value of Kc. Let us see in this question. We have ammonia equation is there. First we will take that is decomposition equation. That is 2NH3 in equilibrate N2 plus 3H2, right? All in the gaseous equation only. In this gaseous equation, initially number of moles and all, they are given 4 moles of ammonia they are given. So initially no products, it will be 0 at the time 0. But at equilibrium condition, what will happen? They have already given the 2 moles is dissociated, means from 4 we have to subtract 2. 4 minus 2 is 2 only. And the number of moles of nitrogen will become 2. Okay, in a 1 liter container, very clearly. But this 2 moles is for 2 moles of ammonia. But 2 moles of ammonia in the given equation, now at equilibrium we have 2 moles is there. So N2 will become 2 by 2 will become 1. And 3H2 will become 3 by 2. The value is 2. That is 3. That means equilibrium moles is 213. That means number of moles of ammonia is 2, number of moles of nitrogen is 1, number of moles of hydrogen is 3. Why? Because 2 moles of ammonia is giving 1 mole of nitrogen. So 2 moles of that ammonia at equilibrium will give 1 mole of nitrogen and 3 moles of this hydrogen. Got it? Next, we have to check with the volume. See, volume they given 1, so there is no confusion in this one. So when you take 2 by 1, 1 by 1, 3 by 1, all will come 1 only, because the concentration is number of moles by volume, N by V. So that will remains the same when the volume is 1. Now we can write the Kc value expression for the given equation, that is N2 concentration into H2 concentration whole power 3 by NH3 concentration power 2. And now this N2 concentration we have, that is 2. We have, that is 1. And H2 concentration we have 3. Power 3 divided by NH3 concentration we have, that is 2 power 2. That means 3 cube by 2 square. 3 cube by 2 square. What is 3 cube by 2 square? The Kc is equals to 27 by 4. The 27 by 4 will be mole square per liter. Mole square per liter is the unit. We have to get it. And not only that one, this exactly, this is 6.75. Its value is 6.75 mole square per liter square. So this is the value of the equilibrium Kc, equilibrium constant with respect to concentration. So this Kc. That is the problem. Hope you understand. This is example 36. Let us move to the next one. Pure ammonia, they are given 1 mole, was injected in 1 liter container at a certain temperature. At a certain temperature. On analyzing the equilibrium mixture, 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2. 0.3 mole of hydrogen was found. Then we have to calculate 2 things. One is concentration of NH2, N2, concentration of NH3. 2 things we have to calculate. So to find both these things, first of all, we have to consider the given equation, that is 2NH3 in equilibrate N2 plus 3H2. In this equation, initially whatever is there, that is 1 mole they have taken. So If ever confusion is there, you can take it into 1 mole only. That means dividing this equation with 2, you will get N2 by 2 plus 3 by 2 H2. So here initially how many moles of ammonia? 1 mole. And 1 by 2 mole of nitrogen. And 3 by 2 mole of this hydrogen are there in the equation. But at equilibrium, they have given one thing, that is 0.3 mole of H2 is there, they told. That means 0.3 mole of H2 is there at equilibrium. Meaning is nothing but the 0.3 mole of H2, 0.3 mole H2 at equilibrium. From the equation, it is 3 by 2 mole. To get the that one, actually this is 1 by 2 mole of N2 is giving 3 by 2 mole of H2. 1 by 2 mole of N2 is 3 by 2 mole of H2. So in such a case, what is the moles of N2? Moles of N2 is nothing but 3 moles of H2. So now from this is given at equilibrium condition. So at equilibrium only I am telling the concentration of N2, the equilibrium concentration of N2, concentration of N2 will be equals to what is the value of N2 equilibrium concentration? That is from the equation it is 1 by 2, right? 1 by 2 mole of nitrogen is coming from 3 by coming at the same time 3 by 2 moles of hydrogen is coming. That means 0.3 mole of hydrogen is coming from how many moles of N2? That is the question. So 0.3 moles of hydrogen is coming from 1 by 2 into this is 2 by 3 into 0.3. So answer is 0.1 mole. So that is 0.1 mole only. So this is the answer for the first one. So concentration of N2 is 0.1. Or else you can also find that one by taking the different kinds of the relations. Simply ammonia, actually from the equation 1 mole ammonia, if it is dissociated, right, initially it will become 1 minus x, it will be x by 2, it is 3 by 2 x. In this way, if you find it will also will come easily. So what is the concentration of this H2 given in the question at equilibrium? That is 0.3, that is equals to 3 by 2 x. So then what is x? X is equals to 0.2. X is equals to 0.2. That means what is the concentration of N2? That is x by 2. So x by 2 is how much? 0.2 by 2. 0.2 by 2 is 0.1. So the same answer we will get if you do like this also. Got it? Next, we will see the second one. What is the second question is? Find the concentration of NH3 at equilibrium. Concentration of NH3 at equilibrium is nothing but we have already found this is 0.1. X value is how much? 0.1. Therefore, concentration of NH3 at equilibrium will be 1 minus x. 1 minus x, that is equals to 1 minus 0.1, right? In the given question only. So it is so x value got 0.2. So when you substitute, it will become 0.8. So concentration of ammonia, so amount of undissociated NH3 at equilibrium is 0.8 moles. 0.8 moles. This is the answer for this question. So first we have taken the given equation. After that, for simplicity, we have divided the equation with the 2. After that, we wrote the equilibrium constants with the x dissociation. And after that, we found the x value from this one by taking the small hint, that is 0.3 moles of H2 given in the question at equilibrium. So the 0.3 moles of H2 is equals to 3 by 2 x. And after that, we got x value. That x value is substituted in the x by 2 of N2 concentration got 0.1. Similarly, the NH3 concentration at equilibrium, we have from the equation is 1 minus x, and the 1 minus x I substitute the x value is 0.2 to get the 0.8 moles of the concentration of NH3 at equilibrium. So that is the answer for this question. Let us see the next question. That is, ammonia under a pressure of 15 atmosphere at 27 degrees Celsius is heated to, it's T74, it's a small correction, that is 347 only, in a closed vessel in the presence of a catalyst. Under the conditions, NH3 is partially decomposed according to the equation. 2 NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2, and a vessel is in such a that volume remains effectively constant, whereas the pressure increases to 50 atmospheres. Then calculate the percentage of NH3 actually decomposed. Right. In this question, we have few things need to be remembered. That is nothing but the pressure value. So our pressure value 15 atmosphere given at 27 degrees Celsius. If you take that one is P1, that is equals to 15 atmospheres. And at that time, what is the temperature? The temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. T1, that is equals to 27 means 300 Kelvin. We don't know the second pressure, that is the question mark. And second temperature there again is 347. The 347 is 347 plus 2, that is 620 Kelvin. So this is correction only. And if you apply the expression, that is P1 by P2 is equals to T1 by T2, then P2 will become equals to P1 by T1 into T2. So if it is substitute, if you substitute the values, then P1 15 into T2 620 divided by T1 300. Upon simplification, the pressure we got 31 atmospheres. So the pressure is 31 atmospheres, keep it in mind. After that, we have to consider 1 mole of NH3 equation as said earlier, and that I will do it. That is in the screen. Right. What is the equation is NH3 in equilibrium 1 by 2 N2 plus 3 by 2 H2. If you consider the initial condition, as you know, it is 1, it is 0, it is 0, initially at time 0, that is initial condition. Once the x value is considered, this dissociation considered, it will be 1 minus x, it is x by 2, it is 3x by 2. And a point is very clear that what is the total number of moles at equilibrium? What is the total moles that is at equilibrium? See, these values we are finding at equilibrium only. And total moles is 1 minus x plus x by 2 plus 3x by 2. This total will be 1 plus x. This will be 1 plus x. Now, the condition is nothing but, does this 1 plus x moles of concentration corresponds to 50 atmospheres. So, this moles corresponds to 50 atmospheres temperature pressure they are given. And moving on to the other one, we have 31 is there. That means the relation is nothing but number of moles of NH3 without decomposition. NH3 before decomposition. Before decomposition. This is number of moles of NH3 before decomposition by number of moles of NH3 after dissociation. After dissociation. After dissociation, right? So that is equals to, before dissociation is 1, after dissociation it is 1 plus x. Actually, this one is equals to 50 by, 1 means 1 mole, that is, 50 atmospheres is 1 plus x. So 50 by 31 by 50 it is. It is 31 by 50. In this juncture, we have cross multiplication answer is 50 is equals to 31 plus 31x. So 31x is equals to 19 and x is equals to 19 by 31. That answer we got 0.613 x value. Now aim of our problem is nothing but to find the percent decomposition of ammonia. To find the percent decomposition of ammonia. Therefore, what is the percentage decomposition? Percentage decomposition of NH3. Percentage decomposition of NH3 is 0.613, what we have got x value, into 100. So the x is nothing but degree of dissociation or percentage decomposition and all. So this is 61.3%. So 61.3% is the percent decomposition. So the question is, calculate the percentage of NH3 actually decomposed. So what is the answer we got? That is 61.3%. That is the answer for this question. Move to the next one. At 1 atmosphere and 350 Kelvin temperature, N2O4 dissociates. N2O4 dissociates to 66%. So they are given directly the x value or alpha value clearly. And ask calculate the volume that would 15.0 grams of N2O4 occupy under these conditions. So we have temperature, we have pressure, got it, and we have a percentage decompositions and 15 grams of N2O4. We have to find the volume only in this problem. So from the question, what we can understand is, first we can understand that is 66% is there. The equation given to is dinitrogen tetroxide decomposition. That dinitrogen tetroxide is decomposed to N2O4 into NO2. And in this expression, if you take 1 mole initially NO2 is 0 moles. Decomposition is 0.66 they are given. So for 2 moles, it will be 2 into 0.66 at equilibrium. So this is equilibrium condition. So it will be 0.34 for N2O4 and 1.32 for NO2, the concentration, number of moles. Got it? And the same time, what is the total number of moles at equilibrium? So total moles will be this total. So what is the total moles? That is 1.66 will come. And in this juncture, the weight of N2O4 given in the question is 15 grams. Okay. So what is the weight of N2O4? They given. It is 15 grams already given. And but we know that gram molecular weight of N2O4 upon simplification, summing the atomic weights, we will get 92 for this N2O4. And what is the number of moles from this? We have weight, we have molecular weight. So number of moles of N2O4 will be 15 by 92. 15 by 92 is the answer. Number of moles. Or number of moles of N2 at equilibrium is how much? Number of moles of at equilibrium is how much? Because we have 1.66 is there. Therefore, number of moles at equilibrium. Number of moles at equilibrium, it's not 1 mole, it is 1.66. So we will multiply 1.66 with 15 by this 92 what we got. After that we will get 0.27. It is the actual number of moles to find the volume in the question, right? So if you assume this is the ideal gas, then what is the ideal gas expression? PV is equals to nRT. So in that, what is V? V is equals to nRT by P. And the question pressure is given as 1. So there is no doubt in this. And N value they have given, that is 0. We have calculated that is 0.27. And R value is 0.082. Temperature given in the question is 350 Kelvin. So we can substitute 350 Kelvin divided by pressure is 1. That is equals to 7.749 liters will come. So the aim of the problem is to find the volume. Volume we calculated, that answer we got is 7.749 liters. That is the answer for this question. Let us move to the next question. That is N2O4 dissociates as N2O4 in equilibrium 2NO2. Calculate the equilibrium constant of this reaction if the density of equilibrium mixture of NO2 and N2O4 at 75 degrees Celsius and 1 atmosphere pressure is 1.84 grams per decimeter cube. Okay. Okay. So the given question is very clear that we have to take the decomposition of nitrogen tetroxide equation using the densities, all these things. We have to calculate the equilibrium constant of this reaction. So equilibrium constant we have to calculate by taking the density expressions and all these things. So we will do it in this other screen. That is, first what they are given is equilibrium equation, that is N2O4 in equilibrium 2NO2. Okay. So in this equation, initially we know that is if you consider it is C moles, it is C moles, it will be 0 moles. But at equilibrium concentration will be C minus C alpha, it will be 2C alpha for NO2. And total moles at equilibrium will be, total moles at equilibrium will be equals to C plus C alpha. You can take C common, C into 1 plus alpha. Okay. So initially what is the vapor density given is the vapor density of this nitrogen tetroxide. Initial vapor density of N2O4 that is molecular weight by 2. Molecular weight is 92 by 2 is 46. But we know that total moles at equilibrium, what is the ratio is total moles at equilibrium divided by total initial moles. Total initial moles, which will become equals to initial vapor density by vapor density at equilibrium. Vapor density, initial vapor density by vapor density at equilibrium. So that I am taking small d, right? In this, total number of moles of equilibrium is C into 1 plus alpha by total initial moles. Total initial moles will be C. So we have taken initially T is equal to 0, it is C. That is equals to initial vapor density. Initial vapor density is 46. By vapor density at equilibrium, we don't know. Okay. So in this simplification, we are considering this equation is 1. When you consider this equation is 1, at vapor density, the actual density D1 if you take, okay, what is the relation? Also, vapor density D and actual density you are taking D1. Actual density if you take D1, they can be related as per the ideal gas equation, that is D is equals to D1 RT by 2P. Why? Because we have P is equals to DRT by M is the actual mathematical expression from ideal gas equation. And this, if you consider that density, actual density is D1, then this will be written as D1, P is equals to D1 RT by M. But we know what is M, molecular weight. So molecular weight is equals to 2 into vapor density. So it will become D1 RT by 2 into vapor density symbol I am taking D, direct D, small d only. So upon rearrangement, you will get this expression, that is D is equals to DRT by 2P. And in this, we have D1 value, the density value, that is actual density value given in the question is 1.84. R value we know that is 0.0821. And temperature given in the question is 75 degrees. 75 degrees is Kelvins is 348 divided by the pressure given in the question is 1 atmosphere only. So it is 2 into 1. Upon simplification, the density, vapor density value I got is 26.28. This is actually the vapor density. Okay, this is assume this is equation number 2. Now, from these equations, what we have understand is, the first we have got the one information, that is 1 plus alpha is equals to 46 by D, right? In the first equation, second equation, if you consider the 1 plus alpha value is multiplied with 26.28 is equals to 46. Now from this, you can find alpha value, because this 1 plus alpha value will be equals to 46 by 26.28. Actually 46 by 26.28 is 1.75 value came. So alpha is nothing but 0.75. So we got alpha value 0.75 is nothing but 3 by 4 also we can consider. Now the aim of the problem is to find the equilibrium constant of this given equation. That is, this is the equation, dinitrogen tetroxide. the Kp value that is equals to, Kp value is equals to, after doing the substitutions and all these things, I am giving the partial pressure of NO2 power 2 by partial pressure of N2O4. Partial pressure of NO2 will come, that is number of moles at equilibrium. Number of moles at equilibrium is how much? That is nothing but 2C alpha. Okay, that is 2C alpha. 2C alpha by total number of moles is C into 1 plus alpha. This is a mole fraction into total pressure. It is anyway it is 1. There is no problem. Whole power 2. This is the partial pressure divided by N2O4 partial pressure is nothing but C minus C alpha. That is C minus C alpha by C into 1 plus alpha. Okay, into 1. Now, if you substitute all the other values, C will get cancelled everywhere, and finally, after substituting the alpha value, so that will become 2 into 0.75 divided by 1 plus alpha is 1.75 whole square divided by again 1 minus alpha. 1 minus alpha is 0.25 divided by 1 plus alpha is 1.75. And this simplification, finally, I've got the value 5.14 atmospheres value. 5.14 atmospheres. That is the equilibrium constant of the aim of the problem. So, what is the equilibrium constant value I have got here? Equilibrium constant, that is 5.14 atmospheres for this one upon doing all these calculations. See the next question. The Kp for the reaction N2O4 in equilibrium with 2NO2 is 640 millimeters at 775 Kelvin. Calculate the percent dissociation of N2O4 at equilibrium pressure of 160 millimeters. At what pressure the dissociation will be 50%? If its Kp is taken as 4x square into P by 1 minus x square. So here there are a lot of different things they are given, but the given equation once you observe, that is N2O4 in equilibrium with 2NO2. So for this equation they are given the Kp value. Calculate the percent dissociation of N2O4 at equilibrium pressure of 160 millimeters. Okay, so and that one we will do it at what pressure the dissociation will be 50%, very clearly given 50%. First we will take this one a dissociation constant and we will do the problem and find the pressure, then after we will decide the things, right? Now what is the x value they given is 50%, but from the expression it's very clear that Kp for this one is 4x square by 1 minus x square into P. So in this one Kp value given as 640, that is equals to 4 into x square. X value, this dissociation constant x value is 50%, means 0.5, that is 1 by 2. So it is 4 into 1 by 2 whole square. So 1 by 4 divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 into P. So 4, this is 1. This is 1 minus 1 by 4 is nothing but 3 by 4. So it will become 4 by 3. So what is P? P into 4 by 3 is 640. So the P is equals to 3 into 160. That is 480 millimeters. 480 millimeters. Now we can take one more other thing, that is calculate the percent dissociation of N2O4 at equilibrium pressure 160 millimeters. So what is the equilibrium pressure of N2O4 for the equation that we will think of it? That is equation, from the equation N2O4 equation. Again we will take N2O4 equation gives NO2. In this equation, equilibrium values are nothing but 1 minus x, 2x. So total number of moles is 1 plus x. So 1 plus x, 2x by 1 plus x. What is the equilibrium pressure? So equilibrium pressure of N2O4 is nothing but mole fraction. This is value into total pressure. So 1 minus x by 1 plus x into total pressure. So total pressure is this one. Now the thing is nothing but the partial pressure of nitrogen they are given is 160. Equilibrium pressure is 160. Pressure of N2O4 is 160. 1 minus x we don't know. 1 plus x into this pressure calculated is nothing but 480. So it will be 3 times get cancelled. Then 1 plus x is equals to 1 minus 3x. 3 minus 3x. So still simplification, if you do it, 4 plus x is equals to 4 plus x is equals to 2. X is equals to 1 by 2. So here calculate the percent dissociation of N2O4 at equilibrium pressure is 160. Another one, at what pressure the dissociation is 50%. So in such a case, if you are getting the same thing, then you have to think about the 640 thing only. Then if you take the 640 value, then you will get the different value of this x, that is 640 is 4 times get cancelled. Then after we will get 4 minus 4x. So it will be 5x is equals to 3. X is equals to 3 by 5 is 0.6. Means it is 60%. That means in this question, calculate the percent dissociation of N2O4 at equilibrium pressure is of 160 millimeters. Equilibrium pressure of nitrogen tetroxide is 160. By taking 640, this is 60%. By taking 480, already they are given 50%. That is correct only, coming from the verification. So this is the answer for this question. So answer for this main question, main answer is the 480 millimeters. At what pressure dissociation will be 50% of Kp is taken as 4x square into P by 1 minus x square. But the first one, percent dissociation of N2O4 at equilibrium is of 160 millimeters is 60% is coming, right? Let's move to the next one. N2O4 is 25% dissociated at 37 degrees Celsius and 1 atmosphere pressure. So this is very clear that alpha value is very clear in this one, and they are asking us to find Kp value of the dissociation at 1.1 atmosphere and 37 degrees Celsius. Two questions are there in this one. First one, if you take the first one case, N2O4 dissociation equation we have to remember for this question also. That is N2O4 is equals to 2NO2 and percentage dissociation and all these things when you consider from this one 25% is nothing but 0.25, that is X. So what is the Kp value? What is the Kp value? You can directly write. I will write, that is partial pressure of NO2 by partial pressure of N2O4. Partial pressure of NO2 square it is. You know, partial pressure of NO2 is nothing but mole fraction at equilibrium, that is 1 minus x by 1 plus x into total pressure is 1 whole square divided by partial pressure of N2O4. Sorry, this is partial pressure of N2O4 only. So I will write it on down. This is 2x by 1 plus x whole square divided by 1 minus x by 1 plus x. So it is very clear that they are given that x value is 0.25. So it is 2 into 0.25 I am taking is 1 by 4 by 1 plus 1 by 4 whole square divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 by 1 plus 1 by 4. Okay. And this one upon simplification, it will be, see, this is 1 by 2, this is 5 by 4, 1 by 2 into 4 by 5 whole square divided by, this is 3 by 4, this is 3 by 4, this is 5 by 4, so 4 by 5. So finally this has become equals to 4 square by 100, or you can say 10 square that simplification is giving the answer directly. I am telling, that is 0.267 you will get finally, because this multiplication value I am directly giving. As if you do it, what will come here? This is 2 times get cancelled, that is 2 by 5, that is 4 by 25. This simplification is nothing but 3 by 5. 3 by 5 has become 5 by 3 in this case. So finally this will get 20 by 120, 20 by 75, 20 divided by 75. So 20 by 75 will come. 20 by 75 is 0.267. 0.267. So that is the first value. See the second one. When you see the second one, they are asking us to find the percent dissociation at 1.1 atmosphere at 37 degrees Celsius. In this juncture, we have to take the total pressure is 1.1 and we have to find the X value for this one. Okay. So Kp value I will write. The Kp value we have, that is 0.267. 0.267 is said to be equals to the expression 4 alpha square. We know that is 4 alpha square x square by 1 minus x square into total pressure P is there. Na? In this expression, I'll substitute it. But total pressure given is 1.1. X value we don't know, that we will do it. So 4x square by 1 minus x square is equals to 0.267. This P value is 1.1 they are given. So I'll write 1.1, 0.67 by 0.1. That will come 0.243 value. After that, what we will do is we will do cross multiplication. We will get 4x square is equals to 0.243 minus 0.243 alpha square. After that, if you arrange the x square separately, then it will be 4.243 x square is equals to 0.243. Then x square, the x square will become equals to 4.243 by 0.243. That answer is, so 0.243 by 4.43. The answer we got 0.0573. And for this one, you have to find the root, that is x value. The x value is 0.0573 root. That root value will get 0.239. That means this number can be converted into percentage. So what is the percentage dissociation? Percentage dissociation at 1.1 atm pressure is 0.239 is nothing but 23.9%. This is the answer for this question. So percent dissociation is 23.9 for this one, second question. This is the answer for this question. Now let's move to the next question. At 25 degrees Celsius and 1 atmospheric pressure, the partial pressures in an equilibrium mixture of N2O4 and NO2 are 0.7 and 0.3 atmosphere respectively. Okay, 0.7 is for N2O4 and 0.3 is for NO2. Calculate the partial pressure of these gases when they are in equilibrium at 25 degrees Celsius at a total pressure of 10 atmospheres. Got it? So the point is very clear that when you have taken the N2O4 equation, as usual, N2O4 dissociation is 2NO2. 2NO2 dissociation. In this, number of moles at equilibrium directly given is 0.7 is for N2O4 and 0.3 is for NO2. But we know from this, what is the total? Total moles is 1 only. 0.7 plus 0.3 is 1. From this, you can find Kp value. What is Kp value? Kp is equals to partial pressure of NO2 square by partial pressure of N2O4. Partial pressure of NO2 is 0.3. Okay. Yes, 0.3. 0.3 whole square. 0.3 into 0.3. By partial pressure of N2O4 is 0.7. And this simplification coming 0.128 atmospheres. Kp value, we are getting 0.128 atmospheres. Calculate the partial pressure of these gases when they are in equilibrium at 25 degrees Celsius and at a total pressure of 10 atmospheres. These things they are telling. That means when we have calculated this Kp value, we have got the value is 0.128. But in such a case, when we have partial pressures of these gases when they are in equilibrium, total pressure is 10 atmospheres, means we will take Kp, actual expression for the Kp for this one. When you consider dissociation constant is dissociation is x, it will be 4x square by 1 minus x square into total pressure, right? This we know very well. So in this, if you find the p value, if you find the if you put the p value is 10 and Kp value is 0.128, Kp value is how much? 0.128 we calculated. It is 4x square by 1 minus x square into total pressure is 10. 10 already they are given. So it will be 4x square by 1 minus x square is equals to 0.0128. 0.128. Okay. So we have to cross multiply this. 4x square is equals to 0.0128 minus 0.0128 into x square. So 4.0128 x square is equals to 0.0128. Similarly, when you just do all these things, finally what will come here is nothing but x value. So upon simplification, the x value after taking the root is 0.056 you will get. What's the meaning of this one is degree of dissociation. But partial pressure of N2O4 from the equilibrium conditions is 1 minus x by 1 plus x. So x value we have, that is 1 minus x. Yeah, here what we did is 10 only. The 10 is the initial, not initial condition. Initial condition is 1 only. So it will become 1. The rest of the other things without 0 only, we will get the answers. Without 0 only. So we are getting the answer x value when you take in pressure from the first condition, that is 1 atmosphere pressure. But second condition 10 atmospheres, total pressure is 10 we will take now, that is 1 minus 0.056 by 1 plus 0.056 into 10. So that value I've got, that is 1.06 atmospheres. Similarly, partial pressure of NO2 value is coming as 2x by 1 plus x, that is 2 into 0.056 by 1 plus 0.056 into 10. For partial pressure is mole fraction to 10 only. So mole fraction to total pressure. So that value I am getting 8.94 atm. So here first we have taken the equation and from that we got the Kp value, and Kp value expression for the N2O4 decomposition we wrote, and taking the 1 atmosphere pressure total pressure they are substituting this and find the x value, that dissociation constant, the degree of dissociation. The degree of dissociation substituted in the equilibrium conditions of partial pressures. We got the numerical calculation values of 1.06 for nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen dinitrogen tetroxide, and 8.94 atmospheres for this nitrogen dioxide product. This is the answer for this question. Let's move to the next question. The vapor density hydrogen is 1 of a mixture containing NO2 and N2O4 is 38.3 atmosphere at 27 degrees Celsius. Calculate the number of moles of NO2 in 100 grams of mixture. 100 grams of mixture. Here mixture mass given, and also they are given vapor density of mixture they are given. You have to calculate the number of moles of only NO2 in the mixture. So it is little complicated, but we will check it out. One thing we know, vapor density of nitrogen tetroxide is 46, right? It is 92/2. Vapor density that is actually before dissociation. I can say this is before dissociation or in initial condition. Before dissociation. But after dissociation, the question is again 38.3. So, what is the vapor density of N2O4 mixture? After dissociation is 38.3. That is a mixture for the equation that is N2O4 in equilibrium to NO2. In this, we have 2 moles of nitrogen tetroxide is there, and that 2 moles of nitrogen dioxide is there. Okay. So that indicates that 2 moles of this N value I will take. Two mole at equilibrium, so N is 2 dioxide, and 1 is the tetroxide. But there is a relation for the degree of dissociation. If you consider alpha is the degree of dissociation, that alpha formula given for this type of problems is D minus D by capital D minus small d by D into N minus 1, where the capital D is the vapor density before dissociation, capital D, and that of small d is the vapor density after dissociation. So the N value is 2 here. That is after dissociation, the number of moles is 2. That has to be taken as N value. So if we substituted that value in this, then alpha is equals to 46 minus 38.3 by 38.3 into 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1 only. So 46 minus 38.3 will come 7.7 divided by it is 38.3. So that value simplification will get 0.201. And this alpha value, so this alpha value is most important for us in finding the equilibrium number of moles. So what is the equilibrium number of moles of this N2O4? Equilibrium number of moles of N2O4, if alpha is the degree of dissociation, is N2O4 in equilibrium with 2NO2. Equilibrium moles is 1 minus X, 1 minus alpha. This is 2 alpha. So what will happen? It will be 1 minus alpha is 0.201 and 2 into alpha is 0.201. 1 minus 0.201 is 0.799 and 2 into 0.201 is 0.402. So that time I can say that number of moles of N2O4 we got is 0.799 here from this calculation. From that we can find the mass of N2O4. So what is the mass of N2O4? Number of moles is 0.799 into its molar mass is 792. So when you multiply this one, you will get 73.508 grams. In the same way, you can also find the mass of NO2 in the mixture. Mass of NO2. By taking its number of moles, I got it equilibrium is 0.408 into NO2 molar mass is 46. That will come 18.9492 grams. But this total, if you check it off, the mixture total again will come 92 grams. That means what is the total mass of the mixture? Total mass of the mixture is coming 92 grams. But now we will see in the question what is the mass given, 100 grams. Okay. In this, they're asking only NO2. That means 18.492, whatever we got here, that 18.942 grams is present in 92 grams of mixture. But if it is 100 grams of the mixture, then how many grams of this NO2 will be there in that? That is X. So let us suppose the X is nothing but 18.492 into 100 divided by 92. And this simplification we have got is 20.1 grams. Now already we got the mass. What is the number of moles? Number of moles is nothing but mass by molecular weight. Mass is 20.1. Molecular weight of NO2 is 46. 20.1 by 46 is 0.437. So 0.437 is the right answer for this question. To calculate the number of moles of NO2 means number of moles of NO2 will come 0.437 only. Right? This is the answer for this question. Move to the next question. For the N2O4 gives rise to 2NO2, the equilibrium constant Kp is 0.113 atmospheres at 25 degrees Celsius. Determine the partial pressures of NO2 in a system and the total pressure of 1.0 atmospheres when 0.04 moles of N2O4 are sealed in a container and allowed to come to equilibrium at 25 degrees Celsius. So again, it is the dissociation of nitrogen, dinitrogen tetroxide, that is N2O4 gives 2 moles of NO2. In this, first of all, what we can learn is 0.04 moles of N2O4 given the question that we can take in the container. So 0.04 moles. Dissociation, if you take it is X, it will be X. And it will become a 2x. The other one will become 2x only. And total moles, what is the total moles is nothing but 0.04 minus x plus 2x is plus x only. So this is 0.04 plus x. This is at equilibrium condition. Now for the N2O4 equation, what is Kp? Kp value they have already given. That one is equals to partial pressure of NO2 power 2, that is 2x by 0.04 plus x into total pressure. What is the total pressure that is given? That is 1 only in the problem. This is partial pressure of NO2 whole power 2 divided by 0.04 minus x, number of moles of N2O4 by total moles is 0.04 plus x into total pressure is 1 into 1. So this one is actually equals to 0.113 as per the problem, right? If you do the simplification, so I am just giving you the thing as it is a lengthy calculation, but 0.113 and cross multiplication, all these things, then the x value you will get, which is equals to 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 3. You can check it off like the previous calculations. And this x value, when you got the partial pressure of the NO2 will become equals to, that is 2x by 0.04 plus x. And in this one you substitute, then it will be 2 into 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by 0.04 plus 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So this will be equals to 13.26 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by 0.04 plus 0.00663 will come. So upon simplification still further, this will become 0.01326 by 0.04663. That is partial pressure of NO2. That will become equals to final simplification, that is 0.284 atmospheres will come. So here only you need to do some extra job, right? So this is the answer for this question. And this question, the aim of the problem is to find the partial pressure of NO2. That is the answer for this question. So this is the answer for this question. We will move to the next question in the another part, right? I will attach that one to the next one. So let us see the next one.